What's going on, guys? Adam here from Texas Garage, and usually we start these reviews outside the car, looking around the car, talking about the car, but today just the weather's not really doing it for us. So we're inside the car. I can still show you some shots from around the car, but the cool thing is that the best part about this car, the most important part about this car, is right here inside. So let's get into it. Yeah, being out here is not a really good idea right now. All right, so what car is it that we're inside? It is the 2018 Nissan Rogue. It's an SL with all-wheel drive. So if you remember, last year we drove the new Rogue Sport, which is the smaller version of this Rogue. This is the bigger version of the Rogue. It is the Rogue. So overall, I really like the Rogue. I like the Rogue Sport. I really like the Nissan Pathfinder that's slotted above this, the bigger vehicle. I like a lot of what Nissan is doing these days, especially with their interior. Inside this car is the Platinum Reserve interior, which is only a $250 option on this car, and it makes it look so nice in here. You get these beautiful tan leather seats with quilted leather inserts, and again, it's just a really nice interior. It makes being in this car a really nice place to be. Other things that make this a really nice place to be is the infotainment system for Nissan. You get, their last one was pretty outdated, but this, you get a whole new infotainment system. It's pretty nice. You've got a lot of new features, including Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, which you guys know I love Apple CarPlay. But yeah, it's a lot nicer system than what they used to have, and it's even a nicer system than you can get in some Infinitis right now. Obviously, with being a Nissan, you get a Bose audio system, so the speakers, the sound coming out of this thing is really nice as well. You also get an information system right behind the steering wheel that gives you information about your driving. You can have speed displayed, you can have a compass displayed, you can have your fuel economy, you can have your trip, you can have your tire pressure. Lots of different things you can display right there for convenience, but it's also where you see the next big thing that is really cool about this vehicle. So one of the really cool features in this Nissan, and it's only in 2 Nissans right now, but we can definitely see it trickling through their lineup. But this one has Nissan's ProPilot, which is their automated driving assist. So this will find the lines on the road. It'll detect the car in front of you, and it'll basically keep you within those lines and keep you a distance away from the car in front of you. So if they speed up, you can speed up. If they slow down, you slow down. If they come to a stop, you'll come to a complete stop. Your steering wheel will move on its own to keep you in the lanes. So obviously it's not a perfect system if you're driving down a country road with no lanes, or even a highway that's under construction and you don't have lanes. It's not going to work. But if you're driving down the highway, and it's pretty straight, this thing will do a pretty good job. You have to get your hands on the steering wheel every so often, or it'll complain to you. And sometimes on sharp turns, the correction just isn't enough, and it'll blink at you and tell you, hey, you need to be taking care of this turn because I can't do it. But it's a really great step for Nissan. It's not anywhere comparable to what Tesla is doing, for instance, but for a car in this price point to have something like this is a really great thing. Styling wise, on the outside of this car, nothing has really changed from the previous year. So most of the changes are in here inside, which is why I'm fine with doing this just inside. But it does have a nice style to it. It's got the signature grille for Nissan that goes anywhere from their Nissan Versa to the Nissan Rogue to the Nissan GTR. Really nice consistent styling throughout their lineup, which I always enjoy. So under the hood is Nissan's 2.5 liter engine. This pushes 170 horsepower and 175 foot-pounds of torque and is connected to a CVT transmission. So it's not the greatest engine, it's not the most powerful thing in its class, but it gets the job done. The CVT is probably what makes it feel the least sporty, but for day-to-day driving and for what this vehicle is for, most buyers won't even be able to tell the difference between their CVT and a normal transmission. So driving wise, it drives just fine. Going down the highway is it's a really smooth, quiet ride. Getting out on the country back roads, you know, it's the steering is really nice. It feels like a planted vehicle, which is always really good. So I can't complain about the exterior, I can't complain about the interior, and I can't complain about the way that this thing drives. So overall, I would say this is a pretty great vehicle for this segment. Now, like I said earlier, this is the SL trim. Base price on this one is $32,000. So with everything that it has, including the Platinum Reserve interior and the ProPilot feature, you're looking at just over $36,000. Now, a few years ago, I would have said that's way too much money for this segment, but it's actually a pretty decent when you compare it to what else is out there. You can get one cheaper, but this one, for everything that it's got, I actually think that's a pretty good price, especially with the ProPilot feature. Is just killing me. I hope some of the cutaways to other footage that we took earlier in the week wasn't too distracting for this review. I hope you got something out of it. I actually do really like this Nissan Rogue. It's been great to drive, and it's just been an all-around decent car, which is all you can ask for in a market that's this saturated and for the price point that you're getting this thing at. So with that, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, give me a thumbs up, leave me a comment down below, let me know what you think about this vehicle, let me know what you think about the ProPilot feature, and thanks for watching.